Leroy. Business picked up before the playoffs. Always interesting before you go into a postseason to know what are the things on the line. You know, not only championships, which obviously are priority number one, and you could tell how serious Spo and Bam were from what we played earlier. Locked in, furious. They're about to go put on their hunting vest, looking for bucks. It's deer season, Leroy. But a little interesting nugget that came out yesterday. And by the way, Leroy, before you dismiss this, because I know how you work. You like to come in and rain on my parade, all right? This is not just from some, Bobo blogster, all right? This is not from some, hack. This comes from the grand poobah himself, the number one bomber, Adrian Wojnarowski. So, check this out. Woj had this to say about Kawhi. Now, I was flabbergasted when I saw this, Leroy, because I was like, whoa, this is an interesting thing to throw out there right before the playoffs, because what if something were to happen to the Clippers? But this is what apparently Woj said. Now, I don't know where he said this. All right. I got this from NBA Central. That's that aggregator. Right? And by the way, you don't want to be tweeted by them, because if you tweet something from NBA Central, you might as well be in the depths of hell when it comes to Twitter. I mean, nothing's worse. I've had them tweet me a couple of times. I mean, the kind of stuff I get thrown back at me and the types of things they wish upon my family. It's horrible, Leroy. Horrible. But nonetheless, we're journalists, so we have to report the news. Woj apparently said this. This is a quote from Woj. I think Kawhi is staying with the Clippers. There's been some mention of Miami. Could Miami be a sleeper for him? I think he's where he wants to be geographically, and I think he's gotten along very well with the organization, management, and ownership. But Leroy, sleeper.
And they getting all this from a guy who doesn't talk.
Leroy, do you want to know what happens to a sleeper?
Goes to sleep.
Gets awakened.
Here,
Gets awakened.
I would say this. Real talk or whatever. There's a couple of ways this could go. Either Kawhi is never going to leave because
loves LA.
He loves LA, and he would feel bad that he convinced ownership to do the things that he did. It could just be his own personal thing. That being said, if playoff P throws another dud,
out.
Rats off a ship.
Rats off a ship.
But I promise you, they'll try to get rid of playoff P before they get rid of.
I mean, he's locked into that contract.
And what are they going to do with him?
Hey,
I mean, they traded the moon and the stars to get him.
You honestly think that the Heat are the only ones that could dump contracts? Happens all the time.
Yeah, but this one's bad.
Who's going to want to hitch their wagon to early exit P?
LeBron.
Really? And what are they going to trade for him? Kuzma?
Schroeder.
I'll be honest with you.
A Morris twin?
I stopped taking him seriously when he dyed his hair blonde.
Yeah.
Looking like Demolition Man, which was on TV last night.
Hey, Robbie, give me a ring. Oh, you're right. Whoa.
His phone.
Yeah,
his phone, bro. His phone, bro.
I had to call the phone company.
Well, first of all, double your phone and then dial up. We have a bad signal here in the area.
Yeah,
it's tough. Clear your throat.
Your phone is at hard times, Daddy.
Hello? Oh, hey, Kawhi Leonard's agent. It's Pat Riley. Now listen, just so you know, before we go into these playoffs, whatever happens, happens. We got our thing with the Bucks. You guys got your thing with Luka and the Mavs, but just just remember, I know that you always wanted to hook up with Jimmy Butler originally. We got cap space. Everything stays here, baby. So, you might enjoy LA. I mean, it's not as willy-nilly as Miami is right now, but just think about it. Think about it. All right. See you later.
Pat Riley does not blow kisses.
Oh, yeah. He does when he's out there harpooning.
But he ain't blowing kisses at the agent, the man sitting next to the man.
Well, he can't talk to Kawhi himself. I mean, it's tampering.
Yeah, just ask Magic.
That's why he quit.
Has to be through back channels. You gotta be slick about it. I'm just saying, interesting thing. Like it's not like Woj just saying it's gonna happen, but he's just saying keep an eye on it.
Is there ever a player that, because we said that about Kyle Lowry, and now he won a championship, and we look at him totally different. Is there any player that never got over that hump and we called them a choke their whole career? Because we didn't even do it. We didn't even do it with the mailman. We didn't do it with Stockton. We didn't do it,
Tracy McGrady.
with those Cavs teams. We didn't do it with Tracy McGrady.
Well, no, his famous thing is he never got past the first round. That was
right, but still, we never did that. Is this a recent thing?
What is it? What is that? What do you mean we never did that?
Guy's a bum.
I'm pretty sure we did do that with Tracy McGrady.
Karl Malone got a lot of heat for not winning a ring,
bro. All-time leader in turnovers.
I guess Chuck did too, huh?
Yeah.
Every day on the set on TNT.
And it gets thrown in his face every single day. But
that's Shaq. That's his goal. That's, you know what that is? That's I'm getting killed. Here's my get out of jail free card. You ain't got no rings.
It's a good card though.
Yeah.
It's a good card. Even if it's an old dog with an old trick, it's a good card.
Right.
You got to admit. But I think with Playoff P, he nicknamed himself Playoff P.
Yeah, that never helps. That never helps. You're not Chocolate Thunder. You can't give yourself names.
Right.
That's the only other guy that I could think of that used to name his dunks and have a whole bunch of names. And Shaq used to do it too.
You can do it. I mean, listen, Kobe gave himself the Black Mamba, but he had Kobe, championships. Championships.
Kobe.
He had what we like to call credentials. Playoff P.
I mean, how about Jordan? He not only didn't he give himself a name, but it stuck forever. Forever. Like the perfect name for him.
I think with Playoff P, he's gonna be looking at it like, hey, listen, maybe Kawhi loves LA more than anything. He's always wanted to be there. He's from there. Maybe nothing can pry him away.
Well, I know somebody who can. The Clippers.
But if he looks at the if he looks at the landscape, he goes, man, we supermax Playoff P.
How many rings does Kawhi have?
Two and two Finals MVPs.
So, you see what I'm saying? Like, is he to the point in his career where
maybe
he's just gonna ride it out?
Maybe he is. Maybe he's not though.
But there's nothing like Kawhi. The crazy thing about Kawhi is you have no idea what his feelings are on anything.
No, I mean the only thing that we knew is for a while is that he wanted to be in LA, but he's not in. He's in a big shadow, and that shadow is LeBron James and the Lakers.
You think
they're never going to be that? Oh yeah.
But you think he thinks that way? He got 2 rings, 2 MVPs, 2
You ever want to get
Finals
back?
MVPs?
Yeah, but what do you see? He's a young man. You ever want to get back?
But like again, versus not being away from home, has he already accomplished all he wants to accomplish?
Who wants to be home? LeBron couldn't stand home. LeBron, coming home.
Hey, check this out.
I wanted 4 years.
I wanted so bad to play. I had never played in the Superdome. Like usually the high school games we never got scheduled to play. I always wanted to play in the Super Bowl. I always wanted to play at home. It was like every kid's dream is to play in your hometown. And then my rookie year, we had a game in New Orleans, right? And I had to get so many tickets that when I got my check, it said to be continued on next check. And then I thought, whether I ever play in New Orleans again is no big deal.
Crazy.
I think sometimes, man, in life, you're content.
Yeah, maybe.
You're content. And there's nothing from Kawhi that, I mean, is he not the quietest? Like, I used to think Tim Duncan was quiet. He makes Tim Duncan seem like me.
Leroy, you should have gone a Tulane with Mac Brown. You would have gotten some games at the Superdome. Well, I know they had their own stadium, but
No, they didn't have it back then. They played in the Superdome.
they played in the Superdome, so yeah.
Yeah, they didn't play until like just a few years ago. They built that stadium. I mean, how about this? Old Tulane Stadium, like when I was a kid, they had a Super Bowl there.
You see how Mac Brown uses the running backs in North Carolina? Like that could have been you, Leroy. You could have been running for 500 yards.
Imagine you against Manny Diaz.
Oh my God!
You know, because business is around the corner, and it is heated going into the, no pun intended. It is heated going into this Heat Bucks the rematch. You know what they say about rematches, Leroy? A lot of the times it plays out like the first fight did. Can't wait.
Yeah, like Masvidal and Usman.
Yep. Except it happened. Poor Masvidal ended up worse for him.
Yeah.
You know?
Look, Masvidal had a bunch of excuses his first fight, 6 days notice, and the second time he got whooped up even worse. And the Milwaukee Bucks, their excuses, we didn't have our natural home court.
Yeah, I saw the same. Yeah, you have this Giannis. He's out there yapping to the Greek media, you know, thinking we're not going to find out like the internet. First of all, thinking we don't have Christos. All right, like he's not going to. Hello, Pitt. What you think of this Giannis saying, "Oh, poor us, we didn't have home court"? Yeah, Christos is going to let us know. And second of all, the internet. I mean, come on, bro. And by the way, I saw that this Bucks owner, he was on what was he on, CNBC or one of those crypto business network, whatever the hell he was talking about. Oh, we wanted the Heat. Be careful what you wish for, my friend. Be careful what you wish for. Oh, you wanted the Heat. Did you? It's gonna be kind of embarrassing you lose in the first round, because I don't know if you feel that, but all that pressure, it's on you, baby. That's on you. Look, we already know how everybody thinks of us. Oh, they think we're a bunch of flukes, a bunch of bubble flukes, Leroy, a bunch of bubble boys. We know how you guys think. All right. So we're gonna go do our thing. You guys worry about you, but the worry and the burden, much more on you than it is on this side of the fence, Leroy. We're going to be playing easy breezy.
Can I just tell you, that sounds like what people say when they expect to lose, and then they say, "Oh, it didn't matter for us. The pressure was on them."
Well, yeah. If this is a topic on First Take, who's under more pressure, the Heat or the Bucks? It was clearly the Bucks.
If you're trying to win a championship and your goal is to win a championship, isn't the pressure on both teams?
No.
Why?
No.
Why?
Because Leroy, what everybody wants to do is they want to build this narrative like the Heat were a fluke, that they didn't belong. But the truth of the matter is they did belong. It's just they don't want to admit how wrong they were. And now they're going to look even more wrong.
If there's any pressure on the Pacers or the Wizards and whoever wins tonight, that they have to beat the Sixers in the first round. They're not supposed to win that series.
You say so.
I love it. What is this? What is this Joker's name? Matt Larcy, co-owner of the Bucks. First of all, own your team. I mean, what do you mean co-owner? Get some shares. Get your shares up.
Maybe he didn't have the full 1.5 to 2 billion it was required to buy.
Find A-Rod, and he's asked, "Did you really want a first-round matchup with Jimmy Buckets and company?" Yes, we did. We wanted it.
He ain't playing no games. Why would he care?
And you can see we did. The reason why is when we played the Heat, we played our guys. We didn't do what a lot of other teams did, which is sit all their guys. Well, first of all, there was still a chance you guys could have been the 2 seed. Like, let's not act like you guys couldn't have gotten out of that position. You were locked in to that 3-6. You could have still moved up. So don't act like you guys could have sat there and, we were locked into it. Yeah, but now it's easy to say that. Oh, you could act like a big old television tough guy and saying, this is the matchup we wanted. Dude, you weren't slipping to 4. What are you talking about, you dumb? You think like you're doing us some favor because you went out and you played the Heat? Get the hell out of here. And by the way, nobody's even gotten to see the real Miami Heat at the top of the East, all right? Only one team has gotten to face Jimmy Butler. You see the step by old Habby Stroh there, Robbie?
I did see when you sent us the text. I did see that. Of the amount of games he's played against Philadelphia, the Nets, and the Bucks.
Yep. He's played in the 9 games the Heat have played against the top 3 seeds in the East, Leroy. Jimmy Buckets has only played in 1 game this year. They won that game, obviously. You haven't even seen the Miami Heat this year, Milwaukee Bucks. Consider yourself lucky that you get to go into this series with some kind of false sense of security, okay? At least you get to sleep a little. Because could you imagine, Robbie, if they were 0-3 against the Heat going into this playoff series?
By the way,
mentally fractured.
If there's any team that would not take the Heat lightly, wouldn't it be Milwaukee?
Why would I think? Who said that they're going to take them lightly?
No, you just said like they haven't seen the full Heat. I'm like, if there's anybody that knows anything about the full Heat, wouldn't it be Milwaukee?
Because Leroy, could you imagine how fractured they would be if they went to this series already down 0-3 in the series? If they went into this year with already getting their ass kicked left and right by the Miami Heat, Giannis could barely get out of bed. So I'm glad that he's going to at least get to show up for the series. Might come up with some kind of excuse. Glad there's not going to be any excuses here this time. Don't lose to the Bubble Boys. To be embarrassing. Right. Be embarrassing, Greek freak. Especially when you could have been here and you wanted to tie yourself up to Milwaukee.
I certainly hope basketball starts soon because I can't take too much more of this.
What? We're just hey, you know what? Something, Leroy? I'd feel bad, except I didn't start it. Drew Holiday started it. Okay. And Drew Holiday wants to talk. If he wants to talk that talk, I'm going to be like Kwame Brown. I'm going to get in my car and I'm going to talk it right back to him.
Drew Holiday.
Robbie, give me Eric Spoelstra from yesterday. How heated and fumed he was from this Drew Holiday nonsense. Because Drew Holiday, he threw the first shot. You know what Eric Spoelstra did? He stepped back in the pocket like Canelo and he threw that uppercut, broke his orbital bone. Because he wasn't having any of that nonsense. I'm not going to entertain trash talk from Drew Holiday.
Yesterday, Drew Holiday said, quote, "I feel like talent-wise, we have a bit more of that." Is that a quote you heard? Is that something you'd share with your team? How would you evaluate his assessment of the talent between the two teams?
That has nothing to do with how the series is going to play out.
Woo! I love it. You don't get that tense spo every now and then, Leroy. It's nice to see. He's usually calm, cool, and collected, but you could see that you could feel the hairs standing up on the back of his neck. I love that.
Oh boy,
I love that. By the way, good point out by this Twitcher. Perk left us. We're no longer the goons from Dade County. Yeah, I do want to address this. All right, I told you guys last year that this guy was a charlatan and a shill. Okay, he went out here. He made this whole goons from Dade County thing, and I don't want to have any slogan that comes from Kendrick Perkins. All right, he stinks. Second of all, he did this only to sell T-shirts at Honked Off Like a Goose with Mark Hochman. All right, who went in bed. Mark Hochman went in bed with a snake. And what happened as soon as he got to the finals and he had to bow to his king LeBron James? Rats off a ship. We were no longer them goons from Dade County. He went with the Lakers. And congratulations, Perk. You got to have your little asterisk championship. You got to be right. Good for you. But you want to know something? I'm glad we don't have your endorsement. I'm glad we don't have your endorsement going into this playoffs. Only makes me that much more confident. And by the way, let me tell you something right now, Perk. I'm going to tell you something right now. When your rat's off a ship, your rat's off a ship. I better not hear one iota out of you after the Heat beat the Bucks.
So can I
hear a Leroy, if I hear a Dem Goons from Dade County and he tries to get his rat tail back up on the ship, We're kicking him right off.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
As an analyst or a prediction, you have to pick your team. Otherwise, your rat's off a ship. If you think the other team's going to win, yeah.
Especially.
But he's not a Miami Heat fan though.
Oh please! He tried to sway this fan base last year with some kind of slogan. Get the hell out of here! It was fugazi the entire time. I saw through it a mile away. I said, "This guy, he's doing it for the Mark Hochman T-shirt revenue." It was clear as day. I told you it wasn't real.
But you think he heard for money? He needed T-shirt sales from the Hawk and Crowder show.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. Oh yeah. Right. Oh yeah. First of all, who doesn't like money? All right. What are you batting it away? Get the hell out of here.
Sell 12 shirts?
I don't know. Ask Hocus. See what he says.
Y'all need to stop with this nonsense, man.
What are you talking about?
Like, who cares? Like Perkins on ESPN. He just supposed to pick the Miami Heat because he don't want that smoke.
I don't want him to pick the
Miami Heat. What if he literally picks other? But wait.
I'm glad he didn't pick the Miami Heat.
Isn't this his job to pick who he thinks is going to win?
I don't know what his job is. What is his job? Is his job to be an analyst or is his job to be a mascot? He doesn't seem to know.
To be an analyst.
Blurs the lines.
Why?
Because 1 minute he's like, "Oh, them goons from Dade County," and the next
then they played a different series.
Rats off a ship.
So if he picks Miami to beat Milwaukee, does that mean he has to pick Miami to win the championship?
No, he could totally pick the Bucks to beat the Heat.
No,
I'm just telling you, I know how a snake works, and I know what he's going to do. Because as soon as the Miami Heat kick the Bucks' ass, he's going to go onto his stupid little cell phone, and he's going to make a Goons from Dade County video. And I'm telling you right now, he better not. He better not.
Else what, tough guy?
He's going to get called out for being a phony. That's what's going to happen. I'm going to call him out for being a phony. That's what's going to happen, Leroy.
But I'm confused by this because if he picks Milwaukee to win, and then the Heat win, and then he goes on and explains why the Heat won or give the Heat credit for winning,
he's not going to.
What is he going to do?
He's going to do this thing. Them goons. I told you. Don't sleep on them goons.
Oh, so you're saying he's going to pull a Tobin?
Nope. It's not pulling a Tobin.
It is pulling a Tobin.
I say what I mean, and I mean what I say.
May have dodged the bullet.
What happened when the Heat lost? When the Heat lost to the Sixers?
Wait.
What happened? No. Don't divert.
I'm not
diverting. What happened when the Heat lost to the Sixers? What did I do?
You wore a kangaroo costume.
I paid my debt.
That was a bet.
I didn't run and hide. I had accountability. All right. I didn't try and shimmy on over to another camp so people would love me.
What about the verbal jiu-jitsu you use?
What are you talking about?
I didn't want him anyway. May have dodged the bullet. Does that, that's very Perkins.
Well, you're adding words. I never said I didn't want him anyway. I did say we may have dodged a bullet.
Right. But is that just a different way of saying the same thing?
Well, there's a difference between saying is and may have. Words are important, my friend.
Yeah. I sometimes look myself in the mirror and go, how do I do it?
How do you do what?
This. Because what you're talking right now, anybody who picks a team to beat Miami, they're rats off a ship.
No, just Perkins.
Perkins. He was one of the few. He was one of the only supporters of the Heat until the finals.
He was on the take. He was on the take until he had to get those clutch checks. Once he had to get checks from Rich Paul, where was he? Over in Camp LeBron.
But what if here's what I'm confused with.
By the way,
what if he really thought the Lakers were going to win? Isn't it his job to say so?
No, because he didn't think the Heat were going to do anything. He just liked the love that he was getting from Miami, and all of a sudden everybody was swayed like, oh, Kendrick Perkins is making videos about us. Nah, he wasn't. He was making videos for himself, for A1 number one. He wasn't making videos for you. I make videos for you.
Okay. All right. I'm still confused, but I guess I'm so confused, and you talked me around in circles so much that I just have to agree and move on because I don't know what the hell just happened.
I agree. Amazon Primed.
I'm not boxed in. I didn't say anything.
Yeah, you just agreed. That's a box.
It's not a box.
Yeah. Somebody call it Bezos, Robbie.
Man.
You've been boxed
This guy.
in. Amazon Prime.